morning guys, how are you? I hope you're all well. As you can mostly tell, I'm still ill. I look ill. I feel ill. I sound ill. I've actually made myself an appointment for the doctor tomorrow because my chest still feels quite bad and I just don't want to get an infection or anything, because obviously I need to be there to look after Esme, and I don't need to make things worse. So because it's been going on over couple of days, I thought now I need to go and book in with the doctor. These mostly a common cold anyway, but I just want to go and book in to make sure that I'm fine, because if it is something serious, I don't want to pass it on to Esme, because I think Esme's actually come down with a cold as well. As I mentioned a couple of days ago, that everyone in my household seems to have this illness. No, I got one. And so that's, I'm not planning on doing much today. I'm actually just going to stay in all day today and just do things with Esme. Matt, I didn't know if I mentioned it, Matt actually passed his theory test. I know I mentioned it a couple of videos ago that he had a theory test booked in for Thursday. He passed his theory test. We're just waiting for a driving instructor to come pick him up so he can start his lessons, even though that he can drive because he drove before, but he's a band driver. So I had to take his test again. They said to me, emotionally, we need 4 lessons and then you've got to book his test. So we've also been quarantining it, and that's I can't believe even second-hand cars are quite expensive. And really we're just looking at sort of a car that is low on emissions and things, and more environmental friendly, which are really expensive at the minute, so we can't afford that. So we've been looking at second-hand cars, and even them they are quite expensive, but obviously we need a bigger car because obviously we're going to have 2 babies in car seats and things. So that's what I've been doing the last couple of days. I've also signed my depot, and that's been sent off, so I'm waiting for that to come back. So as soon as that comes back, then I can sort my passport out, and then I can get on and book a holiday, because I know where I want to go. I've looked online, and it looks like it's a lovely place to go, and things is quite expensive, but I'm gonna have all year to save up for that, and it's child friendly and everything's all inclusive. So for the price that you actually pay, it's actually worth it, because it includes your flights, all your transfers. It even sort of takes your luggage from the hotel to the airport when you're flying back. When you check in at your local airport, you could check your bags in a day early or whatever. I don't live too far from the airport, so I wouldn't need to do that anyway. But yeah, for the price that I'm paying for it, it actually looks, pardon me, really nice, and fingers crossed that the depot comes back sharper so I could do my passport, because I've never had a passport before, and I'm a bit worried about doing it because obviously I use a different last name. I'm in my for my birth name I use as my stepdad's name, so I'm just thinking, what sort of ID do I need, things do I need, and on the it's so confusing on the form. So it says I need my mum's birth certificate and my mum's birth certificate, and well, I haven't got a clue. So I'm doing the check and send service by the post office anyway, so they can sort of do it all for me. I'm not going to bother putting in for Esme's passport until I actually get my passport, because if I don't get my passport, then there's no point of getting Esme's passport, because I wouldn't want her to fly by being with me. So I got the sort Esme's cot bed night today as well, because that needs to come off to be washed. My bedding needs to be washed, but I'm going to leave that to literally tomorrow. No, I can't do it tomorrow because I'm quite busy tomorrow. I'm going to literally leave that to Thursday. It's not where it got to be washed now and then clean one put on. It's just that I know it needs to be washed, but I mostly do that Thursday when I've got nothing to do. I was planning on taking Esme to the stop play Thursday, but if I'm still feeling ill, I'm not going to bother, I don't think. Esme's not long had her breakfast. She's actually due to go down for a nap now, but she's in the front room with Matt and Mason at the minute. So she's quite quiet. She's been quite what's the word for it? Not whinging because she wants to be picked up or given attention. So she's whinging for a reason, and I'm not sure of the reason. I've tried everything. With her gums, I've tried putting Bonjela on. I tried we've given her teething powder, and in a minute that seems to have worked. But I'm not sure if it's her gums, because her feet look really purple. So I've just quickly looked on her feet. There's no sort of hair trapped around her toes or nothing. But I think it's just where her feet are really cold, because her feet and hands are freezing. So I put socks on her and a pair of booties just to keep her feet warm. I've also got my eating on because I feel cold anyway. But so that's what Esme's doing in a minute. I'm gonna get her sleep in the bed, but I might just let her go sleep on her own, because normally like I sort of settle her down, even though like I know she's tired. Sometimes I settle her down and she's not tired, so she only sleeps for a little bit. So what I might do, I might just keep her up for a little bit longer, like just play with her, like a couple of games for her on the floor or whatever, and then settle her down when I know she's a little bit more tired than what she normally is. And then I'm gonna strip Esme's cot, put her bed in the wash, put clean bedding on, and then see what the rest of the day takes me. I also got to sort Esme's food cupboard thing out, because she got like some pouches of food in it, like boxes of food where there's not even enough for a meal, so I need to sort all that out. I think I'm gonna wash my floors today, because I've not done them for a couple of days, but they're not absolutely like where it needs to be done now. I need to start planning my meals for next week, because I bought a meal planner, didn't I, and I haven't used it yet. I've been using my weekly planner but not my meal planner, so I need to plan my meals out for next week. And my shopping list, I need to like sort of go through the fridge cupboard and things to see what it needs. Other than that, I'm not really doing much, but you'll come along with me anyway if I do decide to do anything. I'm feeling better than what I have done. Like yesterday I just felt so rough and I was in bed pretty much all day yesterday, so I've been a bit better there. Like my chest was a little bit better, but like I said, because I'm prone to get I can't pick up if it's ammonia. I had that a couple of years ago and I had it really bad, and that was through because I had a chest infection and I didn't get it sorted out by the doctors, because I'm the sort of person that would only go to the doctors like if I really had to. So that's why I'm going to the doctor, so I didn't get that again, obviously, because I need to be as strong as I can for Esme and this pregnancy. But for some reason, like, this pregnancy's like sort of took it all out of me. Like with Esme, like I did suffer quite bad with her pregnancy, but like not like this, like where I'm just run down, like not run down as in depressed or anything, but like sort of my sort of energy levels. But when I spoke to the doctors, they reckon the injections ain't enough. I might have to have extra injections, like vitamin B12. So they're going to check my blood again for that tomorrow, and I should get I think they're getting that fast track just to make sure that everything's fine in my blood. But other than that, yeah, like I said, I'm going to go and quickly sort of go and pot around and do things, and I'll share speak to you all in a bit. So it's dinner time now, and Esme's just waking up from her nap, and I'm going to give Esme this for dinner, I should expect. And I'm not sure what to do myself. I might have a tin of soup or like a tin of Irish stew, I'm not sure yet. Might just do a quick sandwich. I don't know, I just feel ugh. But that's Matt gone off on his driving lesson now as well for 2 hours. Hopefully when he comes back it's good news, saying that when he rang up they did say to him that he would initially need 4 lessons, but because it's a 2-hour lesson, I'm not sure if they break that down into 4 lessons. Like, so normally it's an hour per lesson, but on the website it said that they start from half-hour lessons. So whether they're starting him off on like 4 half-hour lessons, and then I don't know, but I'll find out when he gets back. And yeah, so I'm not too sure what else I'm going to be doing, because I've got no energy and I just feel like a poo. Esme just pretty much fell asleep after I filmed my earlier clip, and then I put her in her cot and she's been down for an hour, so it's around about time she started waking up now anyway, because it's dinner time for her. And so I'm going to give her dinner. I'm going to make myself some lunch. I don't know like why, like in like Bristol we didn't call it lunch, we call it dinner, and like people like look at us weird, like I've seen like quite a few debates over social media, like what do you call it, like lunch, dinner, because they say like, because we say tea, like it's tea time, and like they're like, oh that's a drink you drink, but we just call it tea. So I call it breakfast, dinner and tea, and I think that's what I've always called it that, and I just think it's the Bristolian way to say it, I'm not sure. But if you're not from Bristol, what do you call it? Even if you're from Bristol, what do you call it? Lunch, dinner or tea? But yeah, so I'm going to go and feed Esme this, make myself some dinner, and I'll speak to you all in a bit. I went for a bowl of oxtail soup with 2 pieces of bread and butter. Sorry. A piece of carrot cake and a cup of tea, which I get. I do a fortnightly subscription to Grace, so I always get like one of these. So I'm having that for afters. And then I'm going to also have a banana, just hopefully make me feel a little bit better. Esme is actually still asleep, so she's not had her dinner yet. So that's what I'm having for my lunch, dinner, whatever you want to call it. And as soon as Esme's wakes up for us, I shall get back to you. And I'll also, because I've not tried this before, normally they send you a brand new down, but I think this is new to carrot cake. I've never ever tried the tea, and I'm not sure if you could drink it when you're pregnant, so I need to Google that, if you could drink it when you're pregnant. And if you can, I should let you know what it's like, because normally I just stick to Yorkshire tea or Tetley tea bags or Typho. I don't normally stray away from them sort of brands. I know tea is tea and mostly all taste the same because I'm the same way, but I'm quite funny with what I drink, like tea and coffee wise. So I'll let you know how that is if I'm ready to drink it once I've had it. So let's just speak to her in a bit. So this little girl is waking up from her nap. And she's not very happy at all. She refused her dinner. She's not taking her bottle. She seems to be crying like she's in pain, but I'm not sure where the pain's coming from. So if it carries on, I'm going to ring the doctors and just get her seen, just in case there's something more toward going on rather than... But I think it is TB, and I just think it's just where she's coming down with a cold, because all she's done this morning is sneeze. And I know she's not right in herself. So I'm going to see how she goes for the next hour. So she didn't like sort of take her bottle or anything, and then I'm going to ring doctors for advice. And if they can't squeeze her in, I'll just have to ring 111 and see if they can give me advice on her. She did seem to have a bit of a temperature earlier, but I gave her some Calpol, and that was like this morning, and it sort of brought her temperature down. But I know they can get temperatures when they're TBIM. So I'm just hoping like it's TBIM rather than anything wrong. But yeah, I had my dinner and I didn't bother having that tea with my piece of cake, carrot cake that I had, just because I googled it, and on Google it wasn't giving me anything, and I tend not to, because it looks a bit like an herbal tea, and I wouldn't drink, like, not unless I knew it was completely... It's mostly safe to drink, but I'm just not like that. And I'd rather know that it's safe for me to drink rather than drink it and then cause harm to my unborn baby or myself. So, yeah, as you can tell, I'm still groggy and I need a nap, but Esme's not long waking up, and she's slept for quite a long time, actually, so I know she's not going to go... Even if she's rubbing her eyes like she's tired, she's not going to go down for a nap anytime soon. And Matt come back, and they told him that he needs to book his test sooner rather than later, because he doesn't actually need any other driving lessons. They said to him, just go ahead and book your test, but there's an 8-week waiting limit. But they did say to him, if he books his test, he can still take driving lessons in the meantime. So I think that's what he's going to do. I think he's going to book it Saturday, his test, and I think he's going to get it for about November time, just so he knows he's had a couple of more extra lessons, which is good news. Which I knew that's what they're mostly saying anyway, because when he rang up to book his lessons, they said that he only needed 4 lessons in total, which he obviously had today, but he had the 4 half-hour lessons. So they said to him, book your test, and that's what he's doing. Like I said, Saturday he's going to do that, I think. So it looks like we might have a car sooner rather than later. Oh, that's me. She's not very happy at all. She just... No. I think it's because Matt's gone down the shop. And you haven't seen your daddy since this morning, have you? No. That's right. You can say hello. Yeah. You can't have the camera, Esme. She wants the camera now. So I'm going to sort her out, guys, and then I'll be back. A little update on earlier, guys. I managed to get Esme to drink 4 ounces of really, really weak squash. And she's drank a full 7-ounce bottle of milk. Then she went, well, before she drank her milk, I went and laid down with her on my bed. And I never ever lay down in bed with her. I always put her in the cot. She fell asleep for about another hour or 2. And she's woken up, and then she drank her bottle of milk. And she seems to be waking up in a better mood. Yeah, she's not hot to touch anymore or anything. So I just think it's to do with her teeth. Sorry about this lighting, guys. Obviously, I'm sat in the window a minute. But yeah, I think it's the temperature to do with her teeth. But it looks like she's cross-cutting, so she's getting quite a few teeth all at once, which is just making her a bit more miserable. And she's down there on the floor playing. I think it's just making her a little bit more miserable than normal, and it's also obviously just not making her feel, she's quite uncomfortable with it all. So I think that's what's the matter with her. I'm still going to keep an eye on her though, because you could just never tell when babies, can you? And it's always better to be safe than sorry. And I'm about to do tea in a bit. I'm not sure what to have though. I might just have stuffed peppers that I made the other day, which I froze them because I made too many, with quiche. I'm not sure yet. Esme, I'm not too worried about if she didn't eat. She's got yogurts. And she could hear her daddy, and now she wants her daddy. So I'm just going to quickly sort her out, and I'll get back to you in a bit. So guys, I've just had my tea, and I ended up having stuffed peppers, what I made the other day. I made extra to put them in the freezer, so I had them with a cheese and broccoli quiche. Matt did Esme's tea. She ended up having 3 yogurts because she didn't touch her dinner, so she had yogurts for her tea. I'm going to have a nice cup of tea in a minute, and then I'm going to go sort Esme out, because Esme's not been in the best of moods at all today. So, and then after that, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know. I might get a bath myself. I don't know. I think I'm going to give Esme a bath, depending on like what her mood's like in a bit. My pregnancy update just went live. So, other than that, I haven't really got much going on tonight, and it's quite boring. And I'm feeling loads better than what I did or like for the last couple of days. I'm thinking I'm actually getting over it now. And I think that's just because I just let my body have a bit of a rest. I've not really got up too much. I've just like sort of took it easy. And that's just because I read up online, like obviously that because my vitamin B12 levels are quite low, my immune system ain't working as well as it should be. So that's why I'm actually picking up all the bugs. So I've let my body have a couple of days of rest and not been so busy. Like sort of, even with Esme, like sort of Matt's took over a little bit. With Esme, even though I've still been doing obviously like what I should be doing with Esme, but like Matt's been getting out with her in the mornings. And things just doing, obviously, things what mum and dad should do. I'm not sure, did I mention that? Yeah, I did mention that Matt had his driving lesson today, and they advised him to book his test, because he doesn't really need much lessons. He's going to do one more lesson next Friday, and that's just something to do with mirrors, I think it was, he said. And then I've been looking at cars all day, and like I'm not decided what car I want yet. Because we need one that's obviously environment friendly and that's big enough for 2 car seats, obviously a double push chair, like for boot space and things. So it's just like having a look, and like I've been looking online. Obviously I wouldn't buy any off of social media because I don't know if I could trust that. But I've obviously been looking at second-hand dealerships, and they've not really got the cars that I want. They're mainly like Corsas, and obviously we need a bigger car than a Corsa. I wanted an SUV type car. I'm not going to be able to afford one of them anytime soon, which I'm not really too worried about at the minute anyway. Like, obviously we got like the rest of our lives to save up and things like that. But yeah, other than that, I've not really done much, apart from just normal household things. So I'm going to go and get a cup of tea now. Going to catch up a bit on the news, because I haven't really been watching the news for the last couple of days. So I'm going to go and catch up on that, and then I don't know where to give Esme a bath, because if she's obviously because she's come down ill as well. I don't want to make her worse. Like, even though my house is quite warm, so about eating on, I don't want to get eating on to make her like, because sometimes that can make you feel even worse, can it? Like when you're too hot, and then I also don't want her to get too cold. So I'm in catch-22. I might just give her a strip down wash, but I'm gonna also dig out her changing mat, and I'm gonna let her play on her changing mat for a bit, because she's not really tolerating being on the floor at the minute either. Like, if you put her on the floor, and I'm not sure if it's because she's got a bit of a bad belly as well. So I might just I'm going to dig her changing mat out and then put her on there, because her play mat's got to go in for wash. So yeah, I did do her bedding as well. I didn't manage to do my bedding. I have got clean bedding to put on, but I like to, when I put clean bedding on, I like to put it in the wash. I didn't manage to do that today. So yeah, I'm going to go and dig her, change my out if I can be bothered. Because obviously that's been put away for the baby now, because Esme gets changed on my bed rather than on the floor, because she doesn't like to be laying on the floor much. So yeah, I shall update you all in a bit what I get up to. So as you can see guys, I got a sleeping baby on me, so I'm going to call it a day and end the vlog here. I know I didn't film much again today, but hopefully tomorrow I'll get a bit more. So if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you tomorrow in my next daily vlog. Good night guys.